guys, I'm Rick.
I'm Andy and we're from Geek Mountain.
We're going to be heading down to a massive event we're very excited about. It's called Swordcraft Quest. This is the Autumn Quest of 2015. Now, Andy, you want to talk about Swordcraft in general before we talk about Quest?
Sure, so Swordcraft is basically a large-scale Friday night battle game where we all dress up in costumes pre-1600s. We have multiple different warbands, so different groups hailing from different regions with different types of armour, weapons, outfits, and we all basically get together with thrown weapons and beat the ever-loving crap out of each other on a Friday night.
So the actual battle game has got a series of rules. They're a lot simpler than a lot of the stuff that people think of when they think LARP. We don't have specific limb damage, you don't end up hopping around, all that sort of thing. It's generally, the more armour you have, the more hit points you have, and weapons pretty much either do 1 point of damage or 3 points of damage, depending on if they're one or two-handed.
We have got some basic healing, and we have got a magic system that we're trialling out again with shades. We have tried the kneeling and hopping without limbs thing, but it was kind of a hazard with all that heavy metal.
So in general, Swordcraft changes the rules and tries to keep updating things as they go, but current rule set doesn't have anything quite like what you might see on American TV. And our weapons are much more realistic looking, even though they are a latex foam, instead of being steel weapons like you might get in SCA, or instead of being just foam on a stick like you get in LARPs over in the United States. So the Quest event, and what's so exciting about it, is that it is 4 days of everybody on a property together, camping as their warbands. Obviously people don't stay in character the whole time, but some people do, and the fact that you can do that is amazing. Yeah,
it's really cool. We also have some awesome setups this year, so we've got a beautiful tavern that is set up. In the town area in the tavern, it's brawling rules only, so things like the hatchets that Rick has, daggers, and my big old tankard here, which is made out of foam and latex, are all allowed. So you can actually just beat someone with a tankard, which is awesome. We also have battle sieges this year, so Rick and I and an awesome group of our Northman friends have been making these massive gates. We've been making cannons. What else have we been making?
We've got catapults, we've got battering rams, the whole thing. So across the weekend there's going to be 6 different camps, 5 factions and 1 sort of unaligned group, and as far as we know, people are just going to be taking it in turns, laying siege to each other, trying to steal each other's flags pretty much all weekend. So that's pretty awesome. So car's all packed up, except for the gear that we've got here to show you guys. Once we get down there, I'll be getting changed out of what are relatively normal clothes into my full Viking kit. We'll be running around with our warband that are called the Blades of the North, and for Quest, we're aligned with a couple of other warbands in what's called the Blue Faction. So we're going to do our best to get some footage of the other factions and the other warbands, but if you see a lot of blue and grey and the Kraken emblem, if you see a lot of Blue Faction in general, it's probably because that's where we might have to spend a lot of our time, especially if we're being attacked. Or if we are out attacking people, that's who we'll be fighting with. Once I get down there, I'll be changing this hat for this one, because although Swordcraft uses foam and latex weapons, all of our armour is actually real, and this helmet, for example, is a 16 gauge steel as opposed to a foam or plastic.
And once I'm arriving, I will be turning into my character, who is Valka, a shield maid of the north, so I'll be having my shield. I've got a beautiful cloak and a fox fur to wear. Don't worry, he's vintage. And also a bit of armour for myself too. Rick will be popping on his chainmail, and his red bandages will be coming.
Rick off the red. So we'll be running around as Vikings for the weekend, but we'll be breaking character as often as possible to try and get you guys some interviews and some footage, and generally bringing an idea of the Quest experience to you guys at Geek Mountain. We'll see you there.
Bye.
The arrow is strong. It makes me strong because I'm more.
No, it does not.
I'm here with a warband that has travelled the furthest out of anyone. They've come all the way across from Perth. And you guys want to introduce yourselves?
In character, my name is Nico. Out of character, my name is Michael. And I'm one of the also from Perth, and I'm also an ST who runs a game back over west with these two.
So, how has Swordcraft Quest been treating you guys so far?
There are so many awesome role players here. We've had a lot of people that are totally okay with us cutting out their hearts, so thanks guys.
Or piling up the bodies and tasting their blood.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff they're not used to.
Yeah.
So that's good fun.
A lot of South American Aztec style theme going on.
Mix of Aztec and Spanish.
Yep. So a lot of blood sacrifice, hearts being removed,
I have
cries. So
I think we're in double digits.
Have you got a competition going on amongst you for the weekend? Who gets the most hearts? Or?
No,
but we do now.
We do now.
Oh, God damn it.
But I was so far behind.
A couple of lovely ladies from the Van Warren. They are Fae, or are you elves? What have you
I'm
got?
a fawn or a thetar.
Yep.
And I'm a water fae. It's a mix of a few different kinds.
Alright, cool. So this weekend at Swordcraft, they've split everyone up into factions and separate camps and big sieges and that sort of thing. Who are you guys signed up with?
We've been fighting with Green Faction so far, which includes Avaland, Breton and Dragoncore as well as ourselves.
So lots of heavy armoured, clankies, polearms.
Yep. We're their skirmishers and their
And
scouts.
so many healers.
Yep.
So many.
So many.
We've managed to waylay some bandits from their long, hard day of banditry.
Deeply ironic.
Yeah. So the bandits are actually with us in Blue Faction for this quest, so we've been camping in close proximity and generally trying to pretend like we're on the same team.
I haven't stolen from you yet.
Yeah, and we haven't killed you.
About that!
Has anyone from the north killed you yet?
Once.
Alright, we've only killed you once. So,
Good enough.
very friendly.
Works.
So how are you guys enjoying Quest, first of all?
So far, pretty good. Pretty good.
I've stolen from a bunch of people. It's great.
I've made money. Glad to hear that.
Legitimately and legitimately.
Those are the two best ways to make
I
money.
know!
I tripled my money betting on myself in the tournament. That was good fun.
That is good. So that was the tournament with the
That was the
SCA
nightly tournament, yes.
up there?
Yep.
Cool. So, what are some of the highlights that you guys have experienced so far? So a few of you have been down from Thursday night. We're getting towards the end of Saturday now, so it's been a few solid days of frivolity activities.
My body's not used to it.
Yeah.
I'm used to 3-day LARPs, man, where it's like you get there, you have a day, and then you pack up. And so I wake up this morning and I'm like, oh, all right, it's a lazy day, everyone will be kind of mulling around and we'll pack up. And I'm like, wait, no, we've got a whole other day.
And then our camp gets attacked at 9 AM.
And then I was asleep for that.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's alright, we survived. That's the main thing.
We did.
Here with some gentlemen from the 13th Free Company. It's getting into Saturday evening. Most of the major battles for Saturday have died down. Have you guys been enjoying Quest so far?
Yes.
Painful.
Tremendous amount. We had one of our newer members that have actually come from interstate to visit for a little bit during one of the sieges, being up in a close press against spears and everything, having a bit of the shakes afterward. It's just a game, it's just a game, it's just a game.
Yeah, things have been pretty hectic. Between yesterday and today, we've had pretty much non-stop sieges all over the place. The camps are all very close together, so you can literally just leave one battle and start another one in about 30 seconds. So it's pretty intense. You guys been particularly victorious? You've been win some, lose some?
We haven't lost any.
None. We haven't lost.
Not yet.
Our gates were sieged last night and we held them.
There's a bit to that, but anyway, they
didn't break through, so we won.
Well, yeah, technically, just.
Technical victory is still a victory.
We played.
So we're getting towards the end of Saturday. So have you guys been here since Thursday, or?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah. So it's been a long couple of days. People are starting to get pretty tired, but still having a good time.
Yeah, great fun.
So what are the highlights been so far?
Some of our own quests that we've run for our warband members to rank them up within our own class system that we have for our warband.
Yep.
That roleplay has been a lot of fun, and seeing them succeed and enjoy themselves.
Yep.
And last night we ran something called the Wild Hunt, which happens every Autumn Quest. The Fae sort of go a bit feral at this time of year, so we like to
I remember the Wild Hunt last year. As someone that didn't know it was happening, it was just blood-curdling screams and then looking down because we had the elevated camp position, and as the fog rolled in, there were probably about 50-odd people moving around in the shadows and just advancing through the mists towards the camp. I think we fought until we got told that it was too dark.
Too dark, we had to.
By which stage I think there were 6 of us that had survived from everyone else. Because every time they killed you, they dragged you off into the fog, and then you joined their army. And so they had about 100 odd hunters by
so many people got
the end of it.
It was great.
So how did it go? It was last night?
Last night was a lot of fun. A lot of people chose just to stay in their castles that were nice and safe there. So it was pretty successful.
A lot of people were tired from skirmishing, I think, as well.
And it is obviously, it's a much bigger camp area that everyone's running around in here than what it was at the venue last year.
We ranged around the full circle at least once and back up and down to town a few times.
Broken records.
Yeah?
We legitimately broke records for number of sieges repelled.
Well, there you go.
Take that, Bretton!
Yeah.
Yeah, they held the previous one. Now we're going to have to besiege them a lot to give them the chance to get it again.
So, what are the things that you're most looking forward to? Have you got any goals?
The copy you're going to pay me for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. The payment.
Yeah, stealing. Given that all the big faction shit appears to have ended.
Yep.
Now we're just probably gonna walk around, mug some people, take some stuff, steal some boots.
Yep.
Boots.
I've been stealing money and brooches and, gems.
Just the left boot.
Boots though.
Just the left one.
Yes, just the left boot.
The social aspect of Quest. Obviously, there's hundreds of people here. There's 5, 6 massive camps because there's unaligned people as well.
Oh, don't forget the tavern.
There's a tavern set up which is not only warm and dry, but actually quite rowdy and well stocked with booze.
Did you hear about the raccoons that raided the bins?
I did. We've had some ongoing raccoon problems with. One of them was about 6'4", I think.
The other one's about 5 foot something, and the third one bit me.
And that's all you really need to know about raccoons.
I want to see a healer about that.
So what are you guys looking forward to for the rest of Quests? What's going to be bigger, major battle on Sunday or drinking Saturday night?
I've got a couple of slabs waiting for the boys in the camp.
I think Saturday night I've still got a crap ton that isn't open.
We've still got the gambling den to run tonight as well.
Yes.
Rotating shifts for that.
Yep. They've got the currency system going. You've been making much in-character coin around the place.
Oh yeah.
And we've tried to put our own into circulation. Apparently the High Elves, or Eldar as they call themselves, they've tried to devalue our own coins. So there's a merchant war going at the moment.
I'm not saying that I necessarily robbed anyone, but I did come into possession of. Well, we had the elf.
Do you have elf?
We got some Freako coin, which someone was kind enough to trade for us 1-for-1 for the actual copper official currency. So we did all right out of it.
Wow.
They got Freako coin. They can actually spend that apparently.
We were told if we can cheat someone out of actual coin for Freako coin,
So
good
there
on
you go.
us.
Your coin's not worthless. Well done. What numbers have you guys got in the closest thing to Swordcraft?
The closest thing to Swordcraft would be Gecko LARP. That's our big fantasy weekender. They've just cracked 3 digits. I think it was 114. 106 at last game.
Yeah. And does anyone know what the official count is for Quest this weekend?
If you believe the Facebook page, or if you believe real life.
Yeah.
Real life, I've heard everything from 500 to 600.
Yeah. And according to the Facebook page, there were 2,000.
2,100 according to the Facebook page.
Said they want us to come, but that's like any Facebook event. You're going to get 300% more people saying they're going to come.
That was us looking at the page when we're coming over, like, there's going to be 2,000 people. I didn't even realise there was 2,000 LARPers in the Southern Hemisphere.
There is a lot of great fun in between warbands and individuals, with people organising their own quests. The official Swordcraft organised stuff has mostly just been the factions and the sieges.
Yep.
Have Van Warren been involved in many of the sieges, or?
We actually just sieged Blue Camp and was successful, I think, in getting their banner.
It's been a long day of siege.
It's been a very long day.
Yeah. We've pretty much just been defending Blue Camp for like 2 days straight against Nos. We haven't had a chance to actually go and lay siege to anyone else because we've just been guarding our own for so long.
No one has officially sieged us, so we're the opposite.
Yeah.
We sieged Black Camp, but there were like 3 people in Black Camp when we sieged them.
And we stole a tablet.
But we stole the wrong flag.
Because you guys had already nicked their flag.
Yeah, we got their flag first thing on Friday morning.
Yeah.
As soon as sieges started. But yeah, good time. So, are you looking forward to tonight?
Tonight, definitely. We're going to hold a legal tea party.
So, the winners of last year's quest get to be the town guard, and they've laid down official rules, and one of their rules is that they've outlawed tea parties on account of everyone using it to mock them previously. And so now...
Which they deserve.
Yeah.
They do.
So there might be a few off-the-books tea parties happening tonight by the sound of
Illicit
things.
tea parties.
Illicit tea parties.
For people that aren't Swordcraft players, they haven't been to a quest or anything like that, last words, any advice, anything that you want to say to anyone that hasn't come down to Swordcraft and hasn't checked it out before for themselves?
If you're going to come, join Freako, not the North.
We'll cut that.
If you want structure, a lot of alcohol, and no rules after dark, look for this symbol.
George is very proud of his soldiers right now.
Get out of here, both of you. Go, step out.
No,
Get out.
no.
So, you've been running around, you've been cutting hearts out. What's left for the weekend? We're on Saturday around midday at the moment.
Well, if you keep it quiet, we need to capture a warband leader. So, setting the bar.
Setting the bar high. Are you planning on jumping on with anyone and getting into any of the sieges? Or?
Oh, we've been getting in the sieges. We're getting involved with some of the smaller factions like the Riddells and the Unaligned, but we're good friends with the Northmen and Blue Camp, so we're going to follow them.
Alright, great. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Yeah.
I've set a cursed gem into play. It's wandering around there, out there somewhere.
Does anyone know it's cursed?
Well, as soon as you hold the gem, you have to make a cat noise for every sentence you utter, because it is cursed by Reguli, the god of cats and gerbils.
That does make it fairly evident.
Can you make a gerbil noise instead?
No,
What noise is the gerbil
noises. What kind of madness is that?
So we've been having a lot of fun throughout the day, but as we get towards the evening, are you guys planning on spreading out to other camps, heading up to the tavern? What's the social aspect of Swordcraft Quest looking like for you guys?
I like just wandering the roads, seeing what other people are doing.
Taking their money.
Yeah.
I meander. I have like 3 camps that I can just kind of walk into
Yep.
and start socializing. So I'm probably just going to meander around and be like, hey, what's happening here?
Yep.
I'm going to enjoy sitting in front of a fire and possibly having a really big cup of Milo.
Yeah, it's been nice
You
and
have
warm for
Milo?
most of the day.
I have Milo and marshmallows.
I have marshmallows.
And hot showers, because I have a cabin.
So do I! Oh my god, we should be friends!
There's the sales pitch right there. Come to Swordcraft Quest, you can have hot showers and Milo.
See, that's what bandits get all the cabins.
Alright, so on that note, is there anything that you want to say to our Geek Mountain viewers about Swordcraft in general, or about Quest, or coming along and joining in for the first time?
It's really good fun. You might think, you know, you're on Geek Mountain, so clearly you are already somewhat of a geek. But you might be like, holy shit, LARPers, that's a whole new level. You hear the people who say that. screw them. It's really fun. You get to run around an oval, hit people with swords, and then you get to come on a weekend and be a bandit or an elf or a Viking for 4 solid days and also hit people with swords.
And catapults.
And catapults. We hit so many people with those catapults. And you get all the good stories, and you get a nice community of like-minded people who are all, you know, they're all there to have fun. Same as you. There's no one really trying to spoil the experience. So it's just a really nice environment. Come along. It's a lot of fun. Well worth it.
All right. Thank you, bandits.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You had to sum up Swordcraft Autumn Quest and everything for people that have never had anything to do with it. Now's your chance.
Come camping with a whole heap of your friends. Have a whole heap of fun pretending to be whoever you want. It's fantastic. Be little kids again. It's great.
If you want to come to Swordcraft and have a good load of fun, actually make some new friends, because I moved interstate, came here, and it's actually, I met so many people and so many different walks of life from this place. I've built my entire friendship circle around this place, this whole game, and then when this is all done, we're going to go out and do some other stuff, but like, it's easy, it's fun, you get to hit people with latex swords, bash them with shields, you get to go drinking at night, and then when you're all done, you made yourself some new friends, why not?
Alright guys, quest's all over, Autumn 2015. Torn down the fortifications, no more gates, most of the tents are packed up, people are heading off. Final battle, had the rain, had the strong winds, nearly tore the camp apart. Lost my voice. Everyone's had a great time. That's it from me, and I'll catch you next time.